Hey y'all, let's go ahead. We're gonna tap in. I'm up very late. It's 12:22 right now, so 222 can be an angel number for you. I've been over here kind of reflecting and thinking about my grandmother and my papa, um, who have both passed away. Here, I can share a picture with you guys. It's the season of the ancestors of the dead, all that good stuff. Show you a picture of my grandmother Pat and Papa Jeff. So yes, this is my biological grandmother. Papa Jeff is not my biological grandpa, but he's who I grew up knowing to be my grandpa. So he's the person that I have those memories of, just having that typical grandpa granddaughter relationship with. But yeah, this is actually a picture that I used at the collective altar for the gathering of the ancestors at my Ile recently. And yeah, I was kind of getting a little emotional. They both had passed away at this point, and I kid you not, after my grandmother died, we inherited her dog. She loved dogs. She always had dogs. And I kid you not, I was in here crying and getting sad. My eyes were like so red before I got on here. But I was like, bitch, pull it together. I was finna put on my little glasses to cover it up. But I'm like, okay, I think we've been able to like hold it together here. But yeah, I was crying, and I kid you not, her dog, the dogs, they sleep in the living room in their beds. I heard him tiptoeing around. I'm like, why is he up? It's like 12, it's about to be 12:30. And usually he's just like knocked out. But he's tiptoeing around, and then I hear someone at my door, and I'm just like, who is it? And I'm like, it could be either him or my dog that I got for my 21st birthday. And lo and behold, I open the door, and it's my grandmother's dog. His name's Lucky. She actually found him. He was a stray, and she took him in and everything. And unfortunately, he was there like when she died, and yeah, now he's with us, and he's been living a pretty good life here in Georgia. He eats good with his little chubby self. He's a chubby guy. I swear, anytime anyone sees him, they're like, damn, that's a big dog. I'm like, don't do Lucky, okay? Lucky be eating good in comparison to my little skinny toy poodle who looks like the rest of my family. We all kind of like long and skinny, but it's funny. Lucky is kind of shaped like my grandmother. She had got a little chunky in her older age. That's all right, grandmother. Because she was a little slim tenderoni here in this picture, okay? Because, look, I come from a family of smaller folks. So, yeah. But I just wanted to share that with you all. Lucky is actually sitting over here right now. Hey, buddy. So he's chilling with me. I think he came in, like, I kid you not, he never does this. I've lived with my parents for like the past 6 months. He's never done this. I just recently pulled this picture out of my grandmother and my pawpaw like within the past 2 weeks, and actually kind of set it up to where I have my ancestral altar. It's not really my full altar how I would usually have it set up, but their picture is on it. And I just don't think it's a coincidence that he came sniffing at my door, because he could probably sense that I was in here thinking about her. And it's funny when I even say her name, he'll look like, because he knows her name. So yeah, I think he was coming in to give me some comfort. Look, also, I don't know, my grandmother is up in the, some people be reincarnating and shit. But he literally came up to me. I had started crying again, and he like put his little paw in my lap and everything. Like he was literally trying to comfort me. So I think it was my grandmother sending him my way. So shout out to grandmother Pat. Grandmother, she ain't like grandma, nanny, none of that other shit. Grandmother, okay? So we have the Nine of Wands coming out. initially. So there's some sort of healing. This is like my little PTSD card here. So some of you could be working through some stuff, processing some stuff. Maybe you over here like me, I'm kind of processing just a little grief from my grandparents not being here anymore. My biological grandpa is still alive, but like I said, I didn't grow up knowing he was my grandpa, although I did know him. But I just thought he was some family friend. It's a long story with that. But yeah, my biological grandfather is actually still alive. And we have a pretty cool relationship. He's cool. I actually lived with him in California when I was out there for a year and a half. But it's a different kind of relationship. It's not like how it was with me and Papa Jeff. But it's still a beautiful relationship in itself. But I was definitely over here just kind of thinking about the past and my childhood and stuff like that. And just thinking like, damn, like my elders are kind of passing on and everything. My grandpa, biological, he's still in good health, fortunately. And, you know, hopefully he stays that way for a while. And lives a long life too. I will say my people, they do tend to live pretty long. So that's a blessing. But yeah, so there could be some sort of trauma here that you are processing, and you're needing to kind of take some space for yourself. This is a really funky week astrologically, okay? Y'all, like this T-square going on in the sky, like Mars opposite Pluto and Capricorn, squaring off with Aries, North Node and Aries, the full moon in Aries coming up here on Thursday. Chiron retrograde is in Aries, and then we've got the energy in Libra, Sun in Libra right now. So we've got the cardinal placements are going off, okay, this week. So if you have Aries, Libra, Capricorn, Cancer placements, specifically like rising sign, but it can also be sun and moon as well, where you might be feeling this. I will say this can be a week where you might be feeling a little triggered, okay? I ain't gonna hold you. So you might be feeling a little more sensitive than usual, a little more reactive than usual, impulsive. Reel it on in, baby, okay? Because I will say this astrological forecast that we got going on this week is tough. It's tough, okay? So you do want to give yourself lots of grace. Be easy with yourself. Take the space if you need it, okay? If you need to kind of pull back from your relationships or whatever you got going on, by all means, okay? Do what you need to do. This is a week where you really want to, you know, prioritize like that self-preservation for sure. But also, you know, taking a look within yourself. It's not just about, oh, I'm just going to pull back and just sit over here twiddling my fucking thumbs and shit. Like, no, like pull back and really like look within. For some of you, this is more complex trauma that honestly you will need support to navigate, okay? You'll need professional support to navigate, and that is okay. Like, I'm very open about my journey with my mental health and stuff. Was diagnosed with like anxiety and like general depression a couple years ago, and you know, was put on some medication that actually helps. So I'm not over here, I'm not an anti-medication person. Like, some people need to be on their meds because it actually helps stabilize them. So, you know, some of you too might be dealing with some mental health challenges, and I encourage you, please go. It's okay to like seek help. I love therapy. I haven't been in it in a while, but I was in therapy like off and on for 3 years doing therapy. And it changed my life. It has changed my life. And whenever I need to go back and have what my therapist calls like a little tune up or whatever, then I'll go do that, right? I considered recently scheduling an appointment with her just with a situation that I've been navigating, but honestly, I feel like I'm okay. And it's because of the tools that I've learned in therapy, and also shout out to my meds. Because, yeah, like, they do help. My therapist was tired of seeing me, like, having emotional breakdowns every week and shit, and she's like, oh no ma'am, this is not how you're supposed to be feeling and navigating life. So she was like, have you ever thought of getting on medication? And ironically, I never had thought about that, because Black folks, first of all, they don't go to therapy, and second of all, they ain't on no medication for no mental health stuff. But I was like, yeah, we can explore it, whatever, shit. You know, I got my own health insurance and stuff. I'm gonna take care of me, okay? With this goddamn health insurance I'm paying for, shit. So yeah, I ended up getting on the medication, and it helps. It definitely helps. It helps to break patterns, okay? Some of you are breaking out of patterns. I heard a holding cell. That's literally, he's like, he looks incarcerated, you know, the orange outfits and whatnot. So some of you have been in a holding cell, okay, when it comes to certain habits, when it comes to certain beliefs, when it comes to certain circumstances in your life. All right, but when you really like go in, like I said, it's not just about pulling back your energy and sitting over there twiddling your thumbs, or even sitting over there distracting yourself with work and this project and that and da 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 da. Like, no, like, you actually need to sit with yourself, okay? Don't get seated, don't get sat, okay? Sometimes the universe will sit your ass down somewhere, okay? So some of y'all, I don't know if y'all are in that space right now where you've been seated, all right? But that's okay, because this is the time that is going to allow you to get clear on what the blockage is, and also how you can move past this blockage. Queen of Pentacles, okay. So some of you have been in a holding cell. When it comes to like your self-worth, your self-esteem, you know, feeling worthy of safety and comfort and security and even beauty. Oh gosh, please, I don't want to get emotional. God, like, really? Some of you have been through like some really tough shit that's not pretty. And you might have kind of accepted, like, that's just my fate. Like, good things don't happen to people like me. Like, I'm not deserving of beautiful things. And I'm not talking just about like the superficial beautiful things, like, oh, the nice house and the cool clothes and the car. Like, sure, okay, if that's what you want. But I'm talking about beautiful things, like, you know, blessings over your life, blessings over your relationships, blessings like over your career, blessings over your finances too. For some of you, this trauma you've gone through is poverty. That is a traumatizing experience for most people, okay? I kind of wish we just live in a society that don't like to call shit what it is. But being poor and not being able to have like some of your basic needs met is traumatizing. Okay? Especially, oh, here comes my other little doggo. I gotta let him in, y'all. Give me a second, because he gonna start whining if I don't let him in. He was at the door, but I think he maybe wandered up to go get some water or some shit. But yeah, like poverty, traumatizing, okay? And that's why some of you don't feel like you deserve good things. What you doing? You trying to leave? What you doing? You don't know what you want to do. But I'm getting that you deserve good things, my love. Like, you deserve shit. The riches, if that's what the fuck you want. And for many of you, it's not even about, like, being filthy rich. It's just about living a comfortable lifestyle. That's what the Queen of Pentacles, she's just comfortable. Okay? And you deserve comfort. There's a lot of discomfort associated here with this Nine of Wands. It's a very hard life. And some of you have been through some very hard circumstances. All right, let me let him know. He want to go be with his friend. All right, buddy, thank you. All right. My buddy is like, okay, she's been comforted. She doing these goddamn readings now. She don't need me. All right. But yeah, like, some of you, man, hard life. And I'm getting that you want to, like, enter into your soft girl era, soft boy era. Okay, look, our men deserve to experience softness too. I was just posting about that on Threads the other day. Like, boys don't just need tough love, they need gentle love too. Tough love can traumatize people and does traumatize people. Like, because some of that tough love is veering on the line of being abusive. Call it what it is. Like, verbally abusive, physically abusive, financially abusive. All right? This might be the trauma that some of you are having to unpack too, and I'm sorry. Like, I know that's heavy. Yeah, I just keep hearing you deserve good things. You deserve good things. And I'm so sorry. Like, I don't know who I'm connecting with right now because the energy is kind of heavy. But I'm just like, all right, let's just show up. But I just, like, feel someone that's just, like, really down on themselves. Like, good things don't happen or good things don't last. This is changing though. For some of you, this is this last push with fucking Pluto and Capricorn. It's been raggedy as fuck. I know. Look, I know, baby. It should been in my 8th house, so you know it's been raggedy. Like, but it's the last push, okay? We're at the stretch here. It moves out of Capricorn. I think it's November 11th, somewhere around there, okay? So just hang on a little longer. All right. Some of you actually do have some good things coming your way with this Queen of Pentacles. You got some stuff that's like, oh shit. Like, now I am shifting into a place of comfort and beauty and security, safety. It's about being safe. Safe. Oh God, this got really deep. Oh shit. Like, safe in your body. Ooh, some of you, just what you dealt with as children, you dissociated a lot. You learned how to dissociate very early. Could have been with, like, movies, TV, video games, books. Like, I know that was my way. Before I got into weed, it was books. Like, I'm going into a little fantasy world and getting away from my reality and finding, like, safety or sanctuary in a book. And yeah, like, some of you could have had, like, similar outlets or whatnot, ways to kind of escape your reality. And it has been a habit that you've been in your whole life, okay? Some of you might be waking up to the fact like, whoa, I've been dissociating like a motherfucker since I was like 5 years old or some shit, since that thing happened to me, or since I went through that experience or whatever. But I get something about you coming like back into your body, like it's safe in your body. Trigger warning. Some of you could have dealt with like childhood like sexual abuse, and my heart goes out to anyone that has experienced that, or even just like any kind of physical abuse, any type of violence, towards your body. Even like I said, the verbal abuse. You could have had a parent that was like really critical of your body and made fun of you and called you names, and it's just, I don't know, I'm getting the energy of something just being so unfathomable. There we go. What someone like did to you, or what someone would say to you, it's just like, whoa, are you supposed to be this person's caregiver? Because you're not acting like it. Where is the care? Okay. And look, I ain't gonna hold you. This person out here just repeating a cycle, probably repeating some shit that they learned from their childhood. They was probably abused too. And that shit just trickles down until it gets to the person that's like, no, enough is enough. Like, we're not doing this shit anymore. We're stopping the cycle here with the Wheel of Fortune. We're getting off this wheel. Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord, this reading is so heavy. I'm so sorry, y'all. It's making me think I just watched the Centoya Brown documentary on Netflix. And it broke my heart hearing about like her backstory and then her family's backstory. Like, trigger warning again. I'm sorry. This is just one of those readings. But it was literally a generational pattern of Centoya, her mom, and her grandmother all having been victims of molestation or rape. Like, all of them had been raped in their lifetime. Like, and that shit was like mind-boggling to me. Not only that it's just happening to a person that should never happen to a person, but even more so the fact that it was like generationally, like this is something that all of these women were experiencing. And it just fucking blew my mind. Like, wow, like that's some serious ancestral trauma. Like, for real, that's some serious, like, generational curses. Like, that's some deep stuff. Maybe some of you have a similar story. Like, even if it wasn't, like, sexual abuse, just physical abuse. People putting their hands on folks, disrespecting them, violating them. That could have been normal in your household, or normal for your mom or your dad. But it's not normal. It's not normal anymore. With this Wheel of Fortune, it's like, it's time for us to shift out of this. This King of Cups came out, and it's time for us to heal. Some of you, this could be, I heard a counterpart, ironically. So this could be your mate. I don't know. You could be the Queen of Pentacles, connecting with the King of Cups. It doesn't have to be a water sign, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, but it is someone who is very tapped into their feelings. Okay, someone that is empathetic and supportive and a great listener, and all of those things. So this could be someone that you are connecting with, that is here to support you, that is here to love you. Oh, they see you are so strong. So strong. And I think they are tired of seeing you have to be strong by yourself. Ew. Like, why am I on this reading crying? Like, I hate, like, crying and shit. Especially, like, in public. It's so gross to me. I'm sorry. Like, and I'm just gonna eel my way through this fucking reading. Like, No offense to people that cry in public. Like, it just makes me hella uncomfortable. Like, I'm a thug. I cry in the shower. Like, I'm literally, after this, I'm gonna go get in the shower and boo fucking who in this shower for like 30 minutes. And then laugh about it. Like, 'cause sometimes you just need that release. You just need it. But yeah, I get someone, they see your strength. I heard they see your beauty. They see your grace. They see your courage. Wow, what a woman. That's funny. Like, somebody's like looking at you, like they're kind of like putting you on a pedestal. Like, wow, look at her go. Like, despite the odds I'm getting, like what she's been able to do for herself or for himself. You know, this is not gender specific. I just know like 80% of my audience is women, so but you know, to the fellas out there, somebody could be looking at you like, damn, you know, I didn't know he's had to go through so much in his life, and for him to be the amazing guy that he is, to still have a heart of gold, because the King of Cups has a heart of gold. You know, they could be like, wow, like that's a miracle, even from where some of you have come from, to still have a heart of gold when you could have easily like been tainted, and your heart could have been poisoned, and you could have been out here inflicting the same motherfucking cycles that you was going through, right? In your childhood and in your family, you could have been inflicting that same shit on other people, like if you wanted to, but you chose a different path. I'm gonna have to like get off this camera. Like, I have like snot coming down my nose, and I do not like digging all up in my nose on the camera. Gross. You might have been waiting like a really long time for something too. Just waiting for like, I don't know, a breakthrough, some good news, just something. Yeah, I get for some of you, like, the past like 8 to 10 months might have just felt like an uphill battle. Maybe even 8 to 10 years or some shit. Like, but what do they say? Still I rise. Like, that's that kind of energy. Like, that's how amazing you are. That's how beautiful you are. Like, I was talking about that beauty. That beauty seems to be coming through very strongly. Oh, yo. And it's not just the physical. That's honestly almost like I'm not saying you're ugly or anything, but that's like the least, or not the, that sounds crazy, like the least appealing part of you, but it's like, that's not even like the most beautiful part of you. It's this. What's in here? Like, that's what makes you beautiful. Despite the motherfucking odds, you still got a heart of gold. Like, baby, do you know what kind of like accomplishment that is? To not be out here wreaking havoc on the fucking world when you very much could be. And low-key almost have an excuse for it, because not to say it's an excuse to abuse anyone just because you've been abused or whatever, but you know, people could like literally say, well, hey, I mean, they went through that shit too, so it kind of tracks essentially. But you said no, I'm not putting people through this. No. 5 of Swords. You said no. No to this conflict. No to this bullshit. No to playing games. No to fucking power struggles here as well. Trying to swing your weight with people, because that is where a lot of your trauma comes from. People fucking just abusing their power, basically. And a lot of people do that with children because, you know, they think they're just children and they're not autonomous beings. you know, and they're just an extension of their parents or some shit, and no, the fuck they're not. They're their own person. No, the fuck they're not. They're their own person. And some of you are having like a lot of clarity. You might be getting a lot of downloads. I heard memories too, flashbacks. Some of you, that's rough. Could be having flashbacks of like past traumatic events and things like that. I'm telling you, it's this raggedy ass Pluto transit, okay? It's bringing it up. Pluto. Like, it's going to like drag you to the pits of hell, essentially. Like your own personal, internal hell, Dante's Inferno or some shit. Like, you're going. Like, but it's not just for the sake of, I just want to drag you to hell. Like, no. Like, it's for the sake of your transformation, okay? So some of you are definitely, I heard, in the throes of some fucking shadow work right now. Like, it's dark, okay? Like, some of y'all might be dealing with, like, depression and shit. Jeez. That's really deep. I don't know if someone's dealing with, like, your thoughts, like, I don't even like to go there, but the ideations or whatever, like, some of y'all could be dealing with that. I'm so sorry. Please, like, I will see if I remember. I will try my best to remember to put some resources in the description. If you need to talk to somebody, if you need to talk to me, hit me up. Like, hit me up on my Instagram, at the Mystic Model. I think that information's in the description there. Like, you know, talk to somebody. Okay, and I know everybody don't feel like they have somebody, but like, I would say you can reach out to me. Like, I can do what I can. I'm not a therapist, so I will probably be encouraging you or helping you find some other resources. But if you just need to get some shit off your chest, if you feel like this reading, like, damn, she talking to me in this reading, and like, I ain't got nobody to talk to about this, hit me up. Like, it's cool. Like, I'm not gonna be your end all be all. We gonna get you on the path to where you need to get to healing and whatnot, and the proper support. But if, hey, you gotta start with me. That's cool, okay? Because I don't want nobody out there feeling like I shouldn't be here anymore. Don't do that. God damn, this energy is heavy this week. I've been thinking about going live to do full moon readings on Thursday. I don't know if I'm going to be able to handle it. Like, I'll probably be crying, like, the entire time. And it's not even like I'm not dealing with the most right now, to be honest. I'm not. But I definitely think I'm tapping into, like, the collective. And it's heavy. Stuff. I got some stuff going on, but like I said, I'm fortunate, you know, I've had the resources to be able to go to therapy and to be able to like learn certain tools, to be able to get my medication and shit, and it's helped me to where, okay, when stuff does come up, it's a lot easier to navigate versus, yeah, maybe if I didn't have these tools or my medication, I might be spiraling, shit. I ain't gonna hold you, shit. We all... Ain't nobody exempt from spiraling. We all been there at some point. So, I don't know if somebody out there is going through that right now. Look, I just want to let you know, I see you, alright? Like, hey, we here, okay? Like, there is breath in your lungs and your heart is beating, like, for a reason. There's blood pumping through your veins for a reason. All right. head cleanse. I'll be sleep on the spiritual stuff. I ain't gonna hold you. I'm not the spiritual bitch that's like, oh yeah, you can pray your depression away. That's not what I'm talking about. Or you could take a spiritual bath and you won't be depressed ever again. That's not what I'm telling you, okay? But just like with our physical well-being, our mental well-being, our emotional well-being, there is a spiritual well-being. There's also what we call spiritual hygiene, okay? And some of you're a little mucked up. I'm going to say it. You are. I think I'm going to be making spiritual baths tomorrow. Follow me on Instagram. I usually don't post about it on YouTube. Maybe I will if I remember to. But, yeah, tap in. Because some of you need... And I get the same feedback from the baths every time. And like I said, it's not like oh my gosh, it's just going to solve all your problems for the rest of your life. It's not that. But, the major feedback that I do get is like my head feels so much clearer. Like, I just feel like something's like been lifted off of me. So, some of you, holla at me. There's a lot of truths that you're facing. Maybe about yourself, maybe about others. I'm getting for some of you about people that have abused you and maybe you didn't really recognize it was abuse. You didn't want to really call it that. But now that you're like, oh shit, like this is what this is. And it can be a really like sobering reality check. Because for some of you, you could be recognizing like people that claim to love you, right? That they're supposed to protect you and care for you. Like these could have been the main people abusing you. And that fucks somebody up. Like, just imagine, like, especially a child, if this is happening to you as a child, how that just fucks up your whole thought process. Because then you start thinking like, oh, so people that love me, they have a right to abuse me. They have a right to harm me. They have a right to hurt me. My parents do it. Or whoever raised me, they do it. So everybody else is free game too. They can do it too. Because this is normal. This is what I've been taught. Not normal. No. Maybe normal for your family. But not normal. Oi, oi, oi. This is a message. Some of you, some shit happened in your family that you might be telling people, could be exposing somebody. Be like that. This could have been someone that was in your family. Everybody was trying to protect this person or just kind of overlook their weird shit or whatever. And some of y'all like, yeah, nah, y'all ain't finna avoid this shit. Y'all ain't finna overlook this shit no more. So there could be some really surprising truths that are coming out here. As they say, the truth shall set you free. Truth shall set you free, Queen of Wands. Set you free and also like give you back your vibrancy, okay? There could be something here about your light like being snuffed out, okay, by this traumatic experience, whatever this was for you, okay? Be different for everybody. But you're like reclaiming your light. You could start to feel more confident in the weeks to come, more assertive, okay? I love the Queen of Wands when it comes to asserting her motherfucking self, okay? Because one thing she ain't finna do is let anybody play in her fucking face. So some of y'all on that type of time now. Like, you ain't gonna play in my face. No, you're not. So this is like you reclaiming your power here as well. And I said you look real good. The fact that you got the Queen of Pentacles and the Queen of Wands on the table, okay? Like, both of those are some sexy ass motherfuckers. So, you look good. For real, shit. I could be talking to a fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, or an earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Maybe you got both of those placements in your chart. And then, like I said, you got this King of Cups over here, just like, wow. Look at her. Or him, okay? Him, they, okay, them. Like, yeah, somebody could really, like, you have this, like, very grounding, like, down-to-earth presence about you, but then you also have this, like, fire about you, too. It's a really interesting blend of energies. And it works. It works really well for you. It's very attractive to people, you know, from the outside looking in. Like I said, beautiful. We got these beautiful, badass bitches on the table, okay? And that bad bitch can be you, okay? I know somebody and everybody don't resonate with being a bad bitch, bad woman, whatever you want to call yourself, okay? You a baddie. I heard she a baddie, she know she a 10. She a baddie, she know she a 10. With a 10 on the Wheel of Fortune. Okay. For some of you, that could be, yeah. Okay. Healing wounds around your confidence. You might have been bullied when you were younger. You might have been body shamed when you were younger. I know that was my personal experience. And developed definitely some fucking body dysmorphia or some shit. Because I'm like, that's still a struggle that I deal with. But, you know, still I rise, ho. Shit, the fuck? Like, and I look good. Like, I might have my little days and my little moments where I'm not really feeling it. But, you know, for the most part, we done bounce back. We got this Four of Pentacles here, okay? Self-preservation, baby. I'm like, deserving of me? Shit, that... Especially this. Absolutely not. Somebody could have been trying to come into conflict with you. Why? Why they doing that? Look, they might not even... This is why people need to know about the motherfucking astrology, everybody. I don't believe in the astrology, head ass, okay? Then be out here acting whole ass. Maybe you should start believing in it. Like, shit. Because this should be real. Like, shit. It's look, I don't even want to get into it's a pseudoscience and all. No. No, it's not. Like, this shit is crazy. Like, when you really learn about astrology and you just be like, oh my gosh, like, all this shit is like lining up. Here, hold up, because like I got snot dripping down my nose and I'm not doing this on camera. Oh my gosh. Being a fucking big ass baby over here. I cannot believe I'm out here crying on YouTube. Never in my motherfucking life. Ugh. See, it ain't no Queen of Cups on the table, baby. I don't be doing all them tears and shit. But that's partially how I was raised as well. And it's something that I've had to kind of unpack myself because I wasn't allowed to have feelings when I was younger, and I was someone that felt a lot. I was very sensitive. I'm still sensitive now, but imagine like being a younger version of me being, 10 times more sensitive back then. So I had a lot of big like feelings, and I would feel things very deeply. But, I grew up in a household where it's like, we're not really doing the feeling things over here. Like, What you crying about? Type shit. You know, and I had to go through my process where I had to get in touch with my feelings and shit. Shit, bitch started crying. Like, I tell you, I went through a phase of my life because I had, like, kind of gotten hardened and I got numb to, like, a lot of the, like, the bullying and shit. Like, because eventually I was depressed and shit and had the ideations and all that stuff. But, yeah, I just got to a point where the shit didn't even hurt my feelings anymore. I was just numb. Like, I didn't feel shit. But I guarantee you, like I tell you, the way all them fucking feelings caught up with me when I finally, like, was sat the fuck down. When was I sat down? I was sat down when I went to California. When I lived out there for a year and a half. North Node, South Node, and penis. Oh my God. What am I thinking about? I promise I'm not thinking about penis right now. Like, my sex drive has been non-existent lately. I am cracking up. Oh my gosh. Somebody over there sucking some penis. Like, what you doing? Listening to a reading? The thing about penis? What? But, Pisces. Oh my God, that was so embarrassing. When the North Node was in Pisces, South Node in Virgo, while I was in California, I kid you not, I have never cried so much in my entire life. Like, that time I was there for a year and a half, like I hadn't cried that much in my life, like, just in that span of time. And me moving away, like, from my family and my friends and everything, and kind of really, that was probably my individuation process too that I was going through. Granted, I did live with my grandpa that I was talking about earlier, my biological grandpa. You know, he let me stay with him, but you know, I'm still doing my own thing, because like I said, we didn't have that kind of relationship where I'm even really looking at him like my grandpa, so he kind of my homeboy more than anything. So I'm just out here kind of doing my thing, not worried about, like, oh, I got authority figures in my life and shit like that. Like, yeah, nah. But man, I tell y'all, the way I cried, and it's funny because we getting ready to shift into this Pisces Virgo shit again. And I'm just like, oh no. Are we gonna be over here crying a lot again? And I have been so emotional, y'all. Since we had that full moon lunar eclipse, I've been in my motherfucking feels, like, yeah. And granted, I've been embracing my feels. Like I said, I've been in therapy, like, off and on for a few years and shit. So we definitely got into a lot of feelings in therapy. But I am someone, and it's probably the Aries in me, like, I compartmentalize my feelings. Like, I'm going to put this over here for later. Like, I don't want to deal with this right now. So I'm very keen at doing some shit like that. But I'm going to deal with it. Shit, I'm going to deal with it when I'm ready to deal with it. Because, like, literally, like, I don't be having time to just be sitting around crying all the time. It's like I got to schedule this in to where it fits with my life. Like, come on. Come on. But yeah, some of y'all, look, it's gonna be a time, like, some of y'all finna get seated, okay, with this Pisces Virgo shit, alright? You finna be in your feelings, you finna be healing, you finna be remembering shit. That's one thing of Pisces. I got a Pisces moon, and we gonna remember. The North remembers, okay? We don't forget, right? But sometimes we be needing to forget, you know. That's that holding cell. For some of you, the holding cell is the memories. And I do know, I understand with trauma. Look, I've experienced bullying. I've experienced domestic violence, childhood abuse. So I know, like, you know, those memories aren't things that you really forget. But you guys can definitely be shifting into a space where maybe the memories aren't as triggering, okay? But there is going to be it's going to be a lot of releasing over this next year and a half. So prepare to purge, okay? You want to, if you want to figure out how this is going to affect you over the next year and a half, look to your natal chart, Pisces and Virgo houses, okay? So that's where you gonna be doing like a lot of releasing, especially in the Virgo chart. You're gonna be doing a lot of releasing there. For me, that's my 4th house of family and, you know, the generational traumas and your roots and all that shit. So I already have been thinking a lot more about my childhood recently. So I'm like, oh, that tracks. But it's like releasing shit from my childhood when we're talking about the South Node being in a zodiac sign. That is an indication that something needs to be released. It needs to be let go. It's like that storyline has played the fuck out. And it's probably played out for you in like previous lifetimes as well. And it's like, all right, shorty, we can wrap this up, okay? So for some of you, going to be wrapping it up here, wherever Virgo is at in your chart. And then you're going to be moving towards the North Node, the North Star in Pisces, okay? So you're going to be moving towards your healing on an emotional level, okay? That Virgo, you know, tends to be more practical and about the material realm and about the comforts and all of that shit. But that Pisces, okay, that's when we talking about that heart. Talking about that heart, baby. And that heart is finna be cleansed over this next year and a half. Like, if you got mutable placements in your chart, good luck. I'm gonna be here. We gonna get through, okay? The Knight of Wands came out. Good luck, okay? Some of y'all, look, you got something that is coming your way. There is some sort of movement. If things, I said you were in a holding cell. Yeah. Not anymore. Not for much longer, at least with this Knight of Wands. Okay? Some of you are finna get ready to make you a little bold move here. Because your confidence is coming back. All right? There's something about your... Is that The Untamed Spirit? I don't know if that's a book or some shit. I don't know. I'm just hearing that for whatever reason. So there's something about your spirit being untamed, where it was previously tamed. And it's because whoever abused you, bullied you, manipulated you, like they had you stuck in your trauma. They had you kind of living as I heard a muted version of yourself. So some of you might be very vocal and you might be very kind of loud. That's okay. I'm whispering right now because it's 1:16 in the morning and my people is literally asleep over there. So normally I would be projecting my voice a little louder because, I do. I've noticed in healing a lot of my inner child stuff. I'm like, damn, bitch, you kind of loud. And I was not that way. Like growing up, I was very quiet. Everybody knew me to be like really shy and just kind of to myself. But it was actually a trauma response. I was being abused as a child. Like, so that shit can shut a lot of things down. And for some of you, it might be the same case, where you kind of have been shut down or muted or dimmed in some way. And not for much longer. Not for much longer with this Magician here too. Like some of your power is coming back. Your power, to take control of your life. Because I feel like some of you, when you've gone through this, your power has been handed over. It's been taken. Not even handed over. Your power has been taken from someone. You know, this can be a fucking controlling ass parent. Ooh, wow, I just got a vision of a parent that made you take your door off the hinges, so no privacy for you. So you might have developed a habit too of kind of being sneaky. You know, that's kind of a natural response to something like that. You know, if someone's going to treat you like you know, sneaky, then, you know, it's just going to be a matter of time before you kind of live up to that little fantasy or whatever in their head. So, yeah, I get, like, some of you, your parents was kind of coming down on y'all. Like, yeah, you, no door on the hinges type situation. Ew. Sorry. I'm getting some of you, no offense to moms, because moms probably got her own trauma too, but I'm definitely getting on one of y'all moms, after she did some wild shit. Come eat. You ready to eat? Bitch, what? Like, you literally just cussed me the fuck out, or you just, like, put hands on me, or you just took the fucking door off the hinges, or, you know, you just whatever the fuck you did, and come eat? Huh? Like, that's wild. Like, some of y'all have a parent that don't apologize for shit, and that's fucked up because they be wrong. They be kind of gaslighting you. Damn, that's fucked up. Because the Queen of Pentacles can be the mother figure too. This could have been a mother that was very focused on, like, outward appearances. Like, oh, just make sure my kids, they got the nice clothes, and, you know, their hair always did. They ain't never ashy. Like, ma'am, but you're, like, terrorizing your kids at home. Like, and they're fucking scared of you, or don't feel safe around you, or, you know, whatever the case. Yeah, I heard keeping up with the Joneses. Somebody was more focused on that than, like, caring for you. Like, really caring, not just for the physical, but, like, the heart too. And someone really dropped the ball on that when it comes to caring for your heart. And you could have been out here too, not caring for your heart either, because you've never been taught how to. So you go out and get yourself in all these fucked up situations where people are literally just stomping on your heart, just like your mama did, or just like your daddy did, or your auntie, your granny, whoever raised you, and was kind of putting you through it. Could have been someone that was like a workaholic, 8 of Pentacles, like I said, more focused on, like, the outward appearances and making sure we got our house, and, you know, but, like, they don't ever ask you when you come home from school, hey baby, how was your day? How you feeling? What's going on in your world? Tell me something new. What's up with your friends? How's school? What's your favorite subject? What you doing there? You know, what are you interested in? You know, you got some new hobbies or something? Shit. It wasn't that kind of parent. But like I said, you know, you can have some empathy too, because they didn't have a parent like that either. So they didn't know, like, oh, that's what I'm supposed to do? They just thought, like, oh, all I'm supposed to do is make sure you got a roof over your head. That's why this counterpart, that King of Cups, he's going to help you heal a lot of those wounds around, you know, your emotions, your heart space. Because this is someone, like I said, they do see that you're beautiful on the outside, but they see your heart. I think they see your heart. Maybe, like, your people don't even see your heart. And that can be a sad, like, damn, like, my people don't even see me like that, for real, for real. But somebody does. Okay? Somebody does. Aww. That's so sweet. I heard that song, Somebody Loves You, Baby. That's sweet. literally gag. Like, do not cry in front of me because I will get so uncomfortable. Unless you're a kid. Like, I'm different with kids, but like when grown people, like, I'm just like, you want a hug? Like, go get you a tissue? Like, what you want me to do? But, you know, adults are like big kids, and they need the same thing. Like you would wipe a kid's tears from their eyes, and you would hold them, and you would soothe them, and you would tell them everything will be okay. Like, we as adults, we need to hear that shit too. We do. And you needed to hear that somebody loves you. And I know for everybody it's not like a counterpart, a lover, or some shit like that. For some of you, this is a masculine figure. It could be your dad. It could be your grandpa. It could be an uncle, a brother. Yeah, it doesn't have to be love, like romantic love. It could be someone that actually does see you, you know, on that heart level. And they just want to let you know, like, you're loved, okay? Yeah, that makes me think of Centoya Brown's documentary. I remember her saying, like, as a child, she never felt loved. That is so, like, disorienting for a child. That's literally all they're supposed to be feeling is love. And some of you might be able to relate, whether it's exactly to Centoya Brown's story or, you know, some other shit you had going on. But you might have felt like you weren't loved. But somebody does love you. Somebody sees you, like they see the inner you. I don't know how this person know you. I mean, it could be someone, yeah, that you're like literally connected to or whatever. But I don't know, for some of you, if this is someone that hasn't really communicated all of this to you, they might not have. So I might be doing it for them. I think they want to. This person, when they drink, they get in their feelings. If this is like a romantic person, they get in their feelings about you. And I think they like draft up like things that they would say to you, but they never hit the send button. I don't know why. Like, I don't know. Scorpio season though might have motherfuckers in their feels for reals. So this person might not be able to hold back too much longer. This could be a part of their trauma. They might feel like, oh, you're gonna reject them, or you're not interested. You don't see them the way that they see you. This is an interesting read. Somebody loves you, baby. Oh, oh, oh. Somebody loves you, baby. It's such a cute song. I don't know whose song even is that. I don't even know. Because I'm hearing, I think, like the sampled version. But, like, whose song is that? Give me a second. Let me get my other phone. I always got to say it 2 phone shoddy. I love having 2 phones. And no, I'm not on no sneaky shit. It used to be my work phone. Let me see. Plug this in. Because I want to see that song is, like, all up in my head. And I don't know who sings it. And I'm probably going to be embarrassed when I find out, like, the old person that sings it. I'm like, I should have known that. Oh, Patti LaBelle. That is definitely her fucking voice. I'm so embarrassed. Yes, so Somebody Loves You, Baby. You know who it is. Ooh, so that's in parentheses that you know who it is. So I don't know. Some of y'all actually might know who this is. Who the person is, but you might not know that they love you. Wow. Ooh, that's juicy. I'm gonna read some of these lyrics to y'all because this song is coming through. It happened so suddenly. I woke up one morning with you on my mind. No matter what I did, couldn't stop thinking about you. Want an instant replay of yesterday. Hey, somebody loves you, baby. Somebody loves you. I think you know who it is. I'm under your spell. I don't want to break free. You can make a slave out of me. I worship you and nobody else. Whoa. I pledge my love to you forever. This is deep. Wow. I didn't even know these were all the lyrics here. That's why it's so important to read lyrics. Like, I used to, like, print out lyrics and stuff when I was younger in, like, middle school and high school because I wanted to, like, learn all the lyrics and everything. But I just got off of that. But I need to start looking back at lyrics because that's one thing. I'll be singing a song and I do not know the words. Just be making shit up. It sound good. Hold up, my nose running again. I don't want to be on camera. That's funny. Okay, it's me, baby. It's me. Somebody loves you. I need you right now, baby. Don't say no, cause you look like you ready to get it on. Whatever you give me, I give it back. I give it to you back. All the love you'll ever need, I'll give it to you. Aww. That really stood out to me. All the love you'll ever need, I'll give it to you because you did not feel loved. And this person wants to give you the love that you didn't have as a child. They want to give you the love that you need as an adult. They want to give you the love that you need as an old person. Like, this person would definitely want to grow old with your ass, okay? Talking about what they said, I'm under your spell, okay? This motherfucker is captivated by you. I don't want to break free. They said I don't even want to. Like, I like this spell. I like this coochie. I like this. And I'm not giving, like, I'm not giving this up. This person said, I worship you and nobody else. And you are like a fucking god or goddess to this person. Wow, that's deep. Shit, they need to stop fucking around. Let's say what it is. What it is. Oh, what's up? That's crazy. So yeah, y'all go listen to that song. I'm sorry, Patti LaBelle. You know I love you. Like, I knew I was hearing her voice. I'm like, whose voice am I hearing? But yeah, that's what's changing for many of you. That's the motherfucking narrative. You in this holding cell of feeling like you ain't loved and you don't get good things and beautiful things don't happen to you and da-da-da-da-da. That shit gonna change. Gonna change. I told you. Hold off. For Pluto in Aquarius, okay? Pluto in Aquarius, but also I'm hearing another song, and I'm not gonna try and sing it because he hit some high notes. Hold on to me, I'm a little unsteady, is what I'm hearing. Hold on to me, I'm a little unsteady, yes. Song by Ex-Ambassadors, okay? Oh, this is sad. Jesus. Okay, so hold on to me, because I'm a little unsteady. That's the hook. But the first verse, mama come here, approach, appear, and daddy, I'm alone, because this house don't feel like a home. Fuck. That's what I told you. They was more about keeping up appearances. You got a nice house, but it didn't feel like a home. Damn. That's sad. What else it say? If you love me, don't let go. If you love me, don't let go. Hold on to me because I'm a little unsteady. Mother, I know that you're tired of being alone. Dad, I know you're trying to fight when you feel like flying. Damn. Them lyrics hit. Who wrote this shit? Goddamn. And it's literally like just 2 verses, but they hit because I feel like that's like such a universal experience too, like for a lot of people. Mother, I know that you're tired of being alone. Dad, I know you're trying to fight when you feel like flying. Damn. Some of y'all might have, your parents might have got divorced. That could be the trauma. That's a really sad song. I remember when that song came out. I was in California. That's crazy. I remember, yo. I used to hear it on the radio all the time. That might be all some of y'all want, is someone to like love you for real and like just never let go. I'm talking to my lover boys and my lover girls out here tonight. Okay, I ain't mad at it. You know, I'm a little lover girl myself. I don't like crying and shit. I don't like, especially in public. Ew. But I'll tap in, you know, behind the scenes, let a tear shed. Oh, I'm like, not y'all. Like, having me out here vulnerable as a motherfucker doing this reading. And I've been sitting here so motherfucking long doing this reading, it will get posted. Like, I'm just gonna push through the cringe factor of fucking tearing up on camera and just post this shit. So I done sat here too long at this point, so this reading definitely gotta go out. It's almost 2 a.m, y'all. I am up. I'm on my tea break. For those of you that don't know, okay, you don't be smoking and shit like that. It's my tolerance break, okay? I'm on my 30-day tea break right now. Today, because technically it is another day. It's 1:35 on a Wednesday. I'm on my 3rd day now. And we doing pretty good, actually, okay? Because y'all know I like to burn it down, baby. But hey, that's maybe a part of my dissociating. I can definitely say, like, I've used weed at certain points in my life and still sometimes use it to dissociate. Like, bro, when it just be too much shit going on, it's a problem. Like, bro, I don't want to deal with that shit. Let me go roll up. But I have gotten to a place in my journey where I'm going to roll up and I'm going to deal with that shit, okay? So, but right now, I'm just dealing with shit soberly. And it's cool. It's not even that bad. I've been working out. Got back in the gym with my dad recently, so I'm just kind of trying to get into some good routines. Nice ways to distract myself. But I am smoking my homegirl. She got a cabin trip for her birthday next month, and I'm gonna burn it down. Okay, my 30 days gonna be up. Like, oh my god, I'm finna be high as a kite. And I like it. It's just a fun feeling. Like, I know everybody don't like being high and shit. I just really enjoy the feeling. Feels good. I enjoy this feeling too. Like, this is cool too. Like, I feel like incredibly grounded right now for someone that be smoking on a daily basis, like multiple times a day. So aside from the insomnia, like that be kicking my ass when I'm on a tea break, I cannot sleep for shit. Because weed definitely helps me like slow my brain down and my thoughts and shit. And it's like, okay, bitch, go to bed. But now, I'm wired. Like, my shit is going. I also need to take my meds too. My meds make me sleepy. So I'm gonna get off this in a minute though. But I want to come on here and chat with you. Could be healing, you could be in therapy right now, you could just be taking some space for yourself. You need some quiet, you need some reprieve, you know, do what you need to do. Okay? Your ancestors trying to talk to you. I'm going to be talking about ancestors all motherfucking long on Instagram, and moving into November too. So tap in with me there at the Mystic Model. If you don't know about your ancestors, want to learn more about your ancestors, like I don't know about your ancestors per se, but I can help you like connect, start making them connections more, sure. Tap in with me on Instagram at the Mystic Model. But yeah, your ancestors are very much around you. You healing them too. You're healing them too. I don't think you know, like, yeah, I don't really even like getting into words like that, but you chose. And some of you is wild because you don't feel like you were loved, and you still might feel that way, but you literally have been chosen, which means you're loved. Like, you've been chosen by the divine. You've been chosen by your ancestors. Out of all the motherfuckers in your ancestry, they thought, it's this one. It's this one that's going to heal us. It could have been anybody. Like, and granted, your other ancestors, they be doing the work too. But I get y'all are doing some shit like next level that, you know, other people haven't done. Okay? And a lot of that is because our ancestors didn't have access to the things that we have access to now. Okay? Especially, come on, Black people, with our mental health and shit, our emotional health, shit, physical health too. I was just talking about my granddaddy, my Papa Jeff. He passed away of stage 4 prostate cancer because he never went to the doctor. And had he been going to the doctor regularly, they would have caught it early. And he could still be here with us. Literally a year after my grandpa, my Papa Jeff, was buried, my dad was diagnosed with prostate cancer. Fortunately, my dad actually goes to the doctor and shit, you know, every year, and he gets his screenings and stuff, so they caught it early. And thank God my dad is cancer free. You know, imagine my dad dying from the same thing, you know, his dad died from. Like, that's crazy. But my dad, you know, he's been breaking that cycle, and that stigma that I do feel is valid for Black people. You know, with the medical institution, we've experienced a lot of traumatic shit. Like, the medical institution historically has fucked Black people. I don't even like to think about just like the horrors. They used to like operate on Black folks. They used to I was reading a story about they were doing like hysterectomies on Black women without their consent. You know, they might have been going to the doctor for one concern, and then they would come out and they don't have, I don't know what, they take out your uterus or some shit for the hysterectomy. And they come out and they don't have a uterus or some shit anymore, and they can't have babies without their consent. Imagine someone robbing you of what is a dream, you know, for many women. And it's something you can't even like do anymore. What? Is that a proper word? Eugenics? I don't know what that has to do with anything, but I just heard it. Let me look that up. I don't really know what that means. But yeah, like, it's a lot of trauma. I mean, what does this mean? Eugenics is a set of beliefs and practices that aim to improve the genetic quality of a human population? Historically, eugenicists have altered various human gene frequencies by inhibiting the fertility of people in groups they considered inferior. Oh my God. My spirits be on point, y'all. I'm telling you, like, whenever I be channeling words, it's not words that I use in my vocabulary. I've heard of the word eugenics. I never really knew what it meant until I just looked it up now. And it was literally what the fuck I was just talking about. Like, they was doing hysterectomies on black women and shit. They was probably doing operations on black men and too, so they would not procreate. Like, it's deep. That's some deep trauma. Some of y'all family members, I don't know, might have gone through some shit like that. Wow. Yeah, I'm gonna have to look more into this on my own time, but that's very interesting. So you healing your ancestors forward and backwards, the Hierophant. Okay. For some of you, you know, this is breaking out of those traditions and, you know, this is what we supposed to be doing type of shit. It's like, nah, I'm finna be living my life for myself. Yeah, you know, this is some of you, your ancestors lived like under the authority of, the church, the pastor, the Hierophant. Okay. God. And, you know, sure, I do believe God is the authority for sure, but for some of you, this is like people in religious positions. All right. That definitely could have been abusing their power too. They be doing it. This is the institutions too. These are bigger institutions. The Hierophant is not just religious stuff. The Hierophant is the education system, the medical institution, banking institutions, all of that shit. All of these kind of like societal structures and shit. Like, many of you could be moving beyond these just very limiting ways of life, of doing life. You guys are actually questioning things. Once again, your ancestors, oh, that was what I was talking about. They didn't have the privilege. So, you know, some of our ancestors, they didn't have the privilege of having good doctors, you know, back in the day. But if you have the privilege of that now, go get a good doctor. There are amazing doctors out there. I've got a wonderful care team. I'm actually still like kind of, you know, curating it to be exactly how I want, because I'm actually shifting to wanting black women doctors, and that's it, honestly. So I actually have to switch out one of my other doctors after our last appointment together, which will be tomorrow. He's been my doctor for the past 10 years, but just really wasn't feeling like empathy from him, and just certain things that I feel like he could have maybe did a little more. And I'm like, I wonder if like I had a black woman doctor, if things could potentially be a little different, because he's a white guy and he's nice, you know, he's not a bad guy, you know. I don't think he's racist or none of that shit, but I just think he can't relate to me. That's just what it is. So I do feel like the empathy can only kind of go so far when you can't relate to somebody. So yeah, use your privilege to go get you a good care team, a good team of doctors. Use your privilege to go get you a good ass therapist. Use your privilege to go get on some medication for whatever the fuck it is you need. Use your privilege to go to fucking school. Like, for some of you, that's what your ancestors, like, some of y'all had some brainiac ancestors, and that's all they wanted to do was go to school or go to college or some shit, and they couldn't. But you can. Shit, I'm getting for some of you shit. You got ancestors that wanted to be in like religious positions of power. It might have been women, because usually they're the ones not allowed in those positions. You finna be in that position, especially I'm talking to my women right now. Like, for real, with this fucking Pluto and Aquarius, like I do feel like we're going to see a lot more like women rising up into positions of power. The new age. And it's not to say men are going to be knocking. No, anybody that thinks that, like, you need to go unpack that in therapy, please. Like, don't spew your bullshit rhetoric into the general public, because nobody needs to hear that. But yeah, like, it's not about, oh, just women just taking over everything. Like, no, it's women taking up fucking space, nigga. Like, what the fuck? Like, we're allowed to do that. We exist. So we should be allowed to be in positions that men find themselves in too, just for being a goddamn man. Motherfucker don't even hardly be qualified for the job because he a man. And because he knows somebody, he gonna get the job. Recognize your privilege as being a male. Like, talking to you too, black man. Talking about, I ain't got a privilege because I'm black. You ain't got a privilege because you black, but you do got privilege because you a man. And I refuse to even converse with anybody that's not willing to acknowledge that. You ain't arguing me down on nothing. We ain't debating nothing. Because it's a fact, okay? Fuck out of here. These main motherfuckers abusing women and shit and talking about, I ain't got no privilege. Head ass. You're literally stronger than women. Like, you're like, most men are like, they can hurt a woman. Like, that's it puts you in a position of power, my guy. Like, it does. And I know men, they get abused too, but let's look at the statistics and then consider that there are less women than there are more women than there are men. But look, do the statistics, do the math, motherfuckers. Because I'm sure most of those cases of domestic violence and shit, it's women that are victims, okay? And I'm not minimizing or dismissing the men that have gone through that as well. I'm just trying to make a motherfucking point here that, usually domestic violence is man towards a woman. Usually, okay? I'm not talking about the outliers. Because that's just been the power dynamic between men and women, within a fucking patriarchal society. You cannot say that you don't have a privilege as a male and we literally exist within a patriarchal society. You gonna sit in my face and tell me? Okay. I would literally laugh at you. I ain't even gotta argue with you. I'm gonna just laugh because you're literally deluded. And I don't be talking to delusional motherfuckers, so I don't really entertain them like that. I said, I heard get in the good book. Get in the good book. Some of y'all reading y'all Bible. Reading Proverbs and Psalms. That's my favorite book. It's definitely Psalms. But all my witchies, we know why. But even before I was like in the witch shit, like I loved David is one of my favorite characters in the Bible. I liked his story about, I think he was like, I don't know if he was the youngest son, but he wasn't the one that people expected to be crowned as, I don't know, king or whatever the fuck he was. But it was him. Like, what is that saying? The first will be last and the last will be the first is something that I'm picking up on. So many of you have been the last. You finna be the first. Finna be the first. Alright, Spirit, give me some more messages so I can wrap up. Because, yeah, I'm like, oh, this shit going long. I think I've been on here for over an hour at this point. Alright. And make sure y'all tap in. I'm hosting an event next month. I'm really excited. In Atlanta, if you are in the area, I'm hosting A dinner with the ancestors. So like I said, I'm going to be talking a lot more about ancestral veneration on my social media platforms, primarily Instagram. Make sure you tapped in with me on there. But I'm hosting a dinner party, okay? It's going to be also a beginner-friendly mediumship workshop taught by an Ifa priestess, a Yemoja priestess, who, baby, she is tapped in, okay? So she's actually going to be leading us through a beginner-friendly mediumship workshop. It's going to be fun. We'll get some messages from our ancestors and whatnot. And then you're going to get fed, y'all. This menu is so good. I've already taste tested this menu. Oh my gosh, it's divine. It is divine. Like, it's worth the money. So go ahead, make that investment. Like, not only in yourself, but that's for your ancestors too, okay? In my tradition and shit, what we do here, like within E5, money is a part of the offerings for the spirits, okay? Spirits don't work for free, all right? So definitely, like, you making an investment in an event like this, that's you giving money to your spirits too, shit. Like, putting that money towards them and building that connection with them. It's important for what you're doing. I heard for what you about to be tasked with. Because some of y'all finna be tasked with like more authority than you have had before. So what they say, with great power comes great responsibility. So you definitely gonna have to be plugged in with your people. Like, don't overlook it. I'm telling you. We have change. I understand that nothing can grow or evolve without movement, okay? Excuse me. Things could be changing, okay? Especially with this fucking eclipse season we in. It's been a whole lot of change. That's why I was over here like, what the fuck? Like, over the weekend, I was like, huh? Like, I just had some crazy shit happen. I was just like, all right, shoddy. All right. But hey, change. Embrace it, lean into it. You cannot grow or evolve without it. And some of y'all been stuck in a holding cell. You've been in jail. Okay? Like, you have. And it's time to change that shit. Oh my gosh. I'm going to be going to bed so late. It's going to be like 2:30, 3 o'clock by the time I go to bed. Oh, yeah. I'm glad I stopped feeling emotional. That did, yeah, it was like, ooh, when I first started, I was feeling it, but I'm like, all right, I feel like we done kind of worked through that. Yeah, don't be afraid to change. Don't be afraid to let go. Don't be afraid to outgrow is something that I'm hearing too. Might be situations that, you know, you just like, I ain't really got time for that, shawty. Like, you know, the old me would have engaged with a tango with your ass. But new me, I ain't got time for that. And it could be somebody that definitely was trying to tango with your ass with this motherfucking 5 of Swords coming out. Like, don't do that with me. Who is this? Like, I don't know who it is. It don't matter. But they was trying to tango. You said, nah. You saw the writing on the wall. For some of you, you saw this person was doing that same shit your parents used to do to you or some shit. Like, that's the pattern that some of you are recognizing within maybe a specific relationship dynamic or just across the board. You're recognizing like, oh my God, like my parental wounds are bleeding into all of my relationships, essentially. Check that. You definitely want to check that. Patience. I accept that everything happens in divine order. Even you being in this holding cell. I know it seems unfair. Because you literally could be feeling like I am fucking imprisoned. That's not a good feeling. Okay? Not a good feeling. I don't know if somebody was literally locked up. I usually don't read it that matter-of-factly. But no, somebody could have been locked up here. But yeah, we have patience. I accept that everything happens in divine order. You finna be released from this holding cell in divine order. We have indecision. I use my intuition in all aspects of my life. That's what I'm talking about. It's happening with your ancestors. Like I said, for what you're going to be tasked with, okay? They gonna need to talk to you. They gonna need to be in your ear, all right? With whatever this is. Tap in. Don't play with me, y'all. I'm giving you the keys and the codes and shit. Don't fucking play with me. Like, follow me on Instagram and shit. And we have gratitude. I am thankful for this life and the opportunities that it presents. Ashewu. Like, hey, you know, all this life shit. Yeah, we can sit and be like, man, yeah, that was fucked up and I shouldn't have went through that and fuck them and da-da-da. That's valid. All of that is valid, definitely. But, you know, what can also be valid is your gratitude, maybe to not be in those situations anymore, to not be in those circumstances anymore, to have the insight that you had into those situations so you know how to break the motherfucking pattern, the cycle, so you ain't got to be in that shit again. You can be grateful for that. Grateful for the lesson, you know, whatever. That's a really beautiful place to end the reading. I'm thankful for this life and the opportunities that it presents. Because you chosen. You was chose for this. And I know it may seem unfair and it may seem like, bitch, I did not sign up for this. You did. You did. I heard a returned ancestor shit. Some of y'all are like an ancestor reincarnated or some shit. They be saying that, you know. At least that's what I've heard within the Ifa tradition, that like our ancestors will sometimes be reborn through future generations. You know, that's even why a lot of people, they might joke about certain babies like, oh, he got that old soul, he remind me of granddaddy or something. It's probably because it's granddaddy. Yeah, so there's something about that too. Oh wow. Some of you yeah, because now I feel like I'm seeing a yoni or something with this. I don't know if somebody's having a baby. Congratulations if that's the case. Maybe you just found out you're pregnant. Some of you are pregnant with an ancestor, okay? With a, possibly a King of Cups. And, man, you're going to get so much love. Like, and I know I don't mean it in a toxic, codependent way. Like, you're just having a baby to get love because you haven't learned to love yourself and all that shit. No, I don't sense that. Like, I feel like this is healthy. Like, you're not just expecting love from the child. You're going to give it love too, but this child is going to really love you. And that's going to be really healing for, like, your inner child stuff and the shit that you've gone through in the past and the ways that maybe, you know, your life circumstances or the people around you made you feel unworthy, unlovable, unvaluable. I guess somebody gonna look at you like you the sun, moon, and stars. That's so beautiful. Whoever it is, if it's a baby you having, if this is a lover, I don't know who this is. Friend, like whatever. It don't matter who it is. But yeah, I get someone looking at you like, wow. What did I say? What a woman. That is such a funny statement to me. Well, what a man. I love it. All right, y'all. I'm going to wrap it up here. This was fun. Thank you for tapping in with me. If you stuck in here with me the whole time, I'm just over here kind of rambling. And like I said, I'm up. I be having insomnia when I'm not smoking. So I was like, well, shit, I guess the least I could do is do a reading or some shit. So here we are. But all right, y'all. Check out the description. I got a book coming out next week. Scorpio season. It is, yeah, really exciting. I've got an event going on next month, November 9th in Atlanta. tap in. Yeah, follow me on Instagram, like I said, to get the tea on ancestral veneration. I'll be talking about that quite a bit here leading up to my event. But all right, y'all, with that being said, I'm gonna wrap it up here. Thank you. I hope you guys have a good day, good night, whenever you're watching this. All right, take care. Bye.